Hi, my beautiful people, Davorka here, and I hope you're doing great and awesome and having the best time of your life. If not, let's do something about it. Today, I would like to talk to you about something that I think plays a really big role in all of our lives, myself including. And that is, seeking understanding from people around us, from our family, from our friends, from our co-workers, society, ever basically seeking understanding and from everybody except from us. So there are few things that you need to know about it. First of all, this path that you are on and this seeking that you are searching for, and this approval or compassion or whatever it is that you are looking from another person, it's futile. And why? It's simple, because they're blind to it. They cannot see it. It's not that they're mean and that they don't want to see your point of view or how you're feeling or your side of the story. It's just that they don't have meanings to do that. So it's like asking radio to see the picture that TV is showing. Radio cannot do it because it's not meant to do that. It's not meant to project and see the picture um, like television is. So it's the same thing. And the first time that I got to this understanding, and it was a huge thing for me, because after our understanding this little piece of puzzle, I just felt so liberated after that, because all of my life I was seeking for understanding and compassion of others, and also their endorsement and telling to me that I'm doing good and I'm on the good side of my life. I'm going towards the best thing that's going to happen to me. But the thing is, they don't know that. They don't have that vision. They are not capable to see things from my perspective, because my perspective is made only for me. And just as my husband's perspective is made only for him, and I cannot truly and 100% understand him, because that's not my place to be. It's not my place to see that. So I was listening to this. It was, I believe it was the summit, the World Summit with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and one of their guests was Trent Shelton. So I'm not really adverse in U.S. sports, and I had no idea who he is, and he was a former really successful player. I'm not even sure which sports that he was playing for. To be honest, I don't care because that's not something that interests me. But then he came to the stage, and he has been a motivational speaker for a long time now, since he stopped playing ball, whatever he was playing. And he's actually quite successful in his field right now, and people really do listen to him. And this was my first time listening to him. And at one point he was telling us that he was actually talking about this that I'm talking to you right now. And he's saying, like, we are all seeking acknowledgement and understanding from other people that just cannot give it to us. It's not their job to do, and they're not capable to do it. And then he made good example, and he said, like, one day he took his wife's glasses and tried them on, and he couldn't see anything. Everything was blurred because the dioptry on the glasses was really, really strong, right, for him. So it was not made for him. And then he said to his wife, "Whoa, man, how can you even like see anything with this?" And she's like, "Of course you can't, because these glasses are not made for you. They are specifically made for me." And then that just reminded him of the sight that we all have. We all have our own sight, and the biggest mistake that we do in our life is asking other people to see our side, and it's not possible for them. It's not that they're mean and they don't want to see it the way that we see it. It's just that there is no way for them that they can do that. They, unfortunately, they can't, because we are all individuals and we all have our own world inside of our heads, and it's not transferable to anybody else. Somebody can have similar story and some similarity in their story, so from that point they can maybe understand you, but never completely, because that's just how unique we are. And this is a wonderful thing. This is great because we are all perfect just the way we are, and unique in our own being. So once I heard the story, and up until that point, I was still really, really worried about what will other people say. Will they understand what I want to do with my life? And I got certain obstacles at that point also. But you know what? After I understood this, that they are not meant to understand, and usually what happens is, while you follow your path, no matter how ridiculous or insane it sounds or looks from the outside to other people, if it makes sense to you, you are on a good track. And once you get to your destination, whatever your destination is, then maybe, and most of the time, they are going to see, okay, so this made sense from the start, but they couldn't see that path. They couldn't see everything that was happening here, because your path is happening here, and it's not visible to anybody else, and it's not explainable to anybody else, because they, even if you explain the path to anybody else, somebody else is going to see it through their own eyes, their own vision, and it's going to be distorted in a way. It's just like seeing a movie. You and I, we can see the same movie at the same time, but I'm going to see different things than you're going to see. So we're not going to see the same things, because we have different point of view and different point of understanding. And that's the biggest missing link that I believe society has today, because we are all trying to convince other people into what we're doing that is good. So now I'm not saying be mean and be just think about your own bottom and don't think about anybody else. Of course, you have to think about your loved ones and people around you. Don't do anything that can harm other people. That's the line that I draw always, and that's the guidelines that is in my life. So whatever you do, just follow your own bliss or your own heart, and don't expect other people to understand it, because it's not their place to do, and they're not capable of doing that. So, and it's a really huge thing. Once you do understand that, and once you came to terms with that, and it's like, oh my God, that's so true. For me, what it did, I let go of so much baggage that I had piled in, and so much hurt that I had piled in because of other people didn't understand me or hurt me, because and only because they couldn't see it differently. They tried their best. They saw it from their own point of view, and they were really thinking, and are still thinking in their head, that they are doing the best thing that they can. But here's the deal. Sometimes what seems like the best thing for somebody else, it's completely wrong for that person, because that person is the one in charge of their lives. So you don't, from outside, looking from the outside, you don't have all the knowledge of what they are having at that point, and you don't have all the sides from all points of view. So you're just going blind, and then you're pushing somebody to do something that you think from your point of view is valid and it's good, and most of the time it's really wrong. It's wrong for them. because your point of view doesn't have to be their point of view, and it can be quite limited from what is actually happening. So when it comes for you personally, once you start seeing things like that, first, what's going to happen is you're going to free yourself from all the guilt and all the blame and all the feeling sorry for yourself and still feeling not enough for other people, because you're going to understand that you don't have to be enough for other people. The only person you have to be enough for is yourself, and you are always enough for yourself. And once you start living this truth, and start living your life like that, then other people are going to see your worth. Why? Because you're going to project that. You're going to see your worth, and you're going to respect it every day and love yourself every day. And once you do that, you're going to project that, and people can feel that. And once people can feel that, people are going to act on it and act according to that. And of course, people that are not meant to be there and that are not helpful for you are not going to be there in your life, which, it's at the end, it's a good thing, because, life brings you stuff and people that you need at every stage of your life. And just you have to be the one saying that life is working out for you. So everything that is happening for you, it's working out for you. And it is okay if somebody doesn't understand your point of view. It is okay. It's not their place to understand it. That's only like specifically your job, nobody else's. So stop giving that power to other people and stop diminishing yourself, because you're not doing anybody a favor. Nobody's happier because of that. Other people are not going to be happier because you're not living your true potential, although they may be blind to that. But if you're not living your true potential, if you're not really deeply happy, you cannot be equally contributing person in the society. So one of the first things that lifeguards learn, and also if you have ever driven a plane, in a plane, right? The first thing they tell you, if the worst things comes to happen, first, when you get the mask, first put it on yourself. Get yourself okay first, because if you lose your consciousness, you're not going to help anybody else. So the same goes with you, like this. If you're not living your true potential in you, if you're not truly happy and satisfied with yourself and okay with yourself, you're not going to be of any use to anybody outside. So just think of that, and I truly wish you to be happy, because you know what, I've done miserable. I mastered and have a doctorate at miserable, and although it is addictive, I have to say it's addictive feeling, especially if you feel that all the time. It's something that is normal for you, and that is that right? That is known for you, and that you are in that all the time, but it's not fulfilling. And the deeper you sink, the worse you feel, and that's not a life for anybody. And we are not meant to be here just to suffer. That's the biggest lie that we were told through certain stories. I'm not going to go into that, but no, we're not here to suffer. We are here to thrive, to love, be loved, and share happiness and joy and love and acceptance. First of all, acceptance, because of this. We are not meant to see other people's thinking, and other people's are not meant to see our thinking, because it's only here. It's only here. You cannot project it outside of yourself, and everybody's going to see it differently, even if you can. So come to terms with that, and know yourself, and just forgive whoever you need to forgive, because that way you're going to free yourself. I know I did. I felt so much lighter after that. And then I really understood the true meaning of, that when you are feeling sad or angry at somebody, you're only poisoning yourself. And sometimes we are not aware of that. We are completely unaware of all the poison and all the baggage that we have inside until we release it. And when you release it, you feel so much lighter. And it's like, oh my God, did I really carry that for a long, long time? In my case, I was so used to that it was normal for me. It was completely normal for me. I didn't even, feel it there. So I actually went through few few topics today, but I hope this all makes sense to you and this is helpful in at least some way for you. And if you have any comments on this, please do comment below, or just ask questions if you have them. And hit like and subscribe, and see you on my next video. Goodbye for now.